Have you ever felt helpless when your child is stubborn and refuses to listen, no matter how hard you've tried? Take a moment to pause. Perhaps your approach is headed in the wrong direction. In today's video, we'll explore how to handle a child's stubbornness through Stoic thinking, a philosophy that can help you become the most patient and rational guide on your parenting journey. If you find this content helpful, please subscribe to the channel and like the video to motivate me to create more new videos. First, understand that a child's stubbornness is not an intentional act of defiance, but a natural part of personal development. A strong-willed personality isn't a flaw to be eradicated, but a strength to be properly guided. Children aren't trying to anger their parents. They are testing boundaries and asserting their sense of self. This is their way of exploring the world. Think about a child refusing to do homework or refusing to wear a warm coat on a cold day. It doesn't mean they are deliberately challenging you. They are simply trying to gain control over their decisions in a world where they often feel restricted. Stoic philosophers teach us, it's not what happens, but how we react to it that matters. When your child acts stubbornly, it's an opportunity for you to practice patience and model how to handle conflicts rationally rather than emotionally. Instead of seeing stubbornness as a problem, view it as a sign of a child full of potential who needs loving and firm guidance. When you understand the essence of stubbornness, you'll respond with clarity rather than reacting in anger. Rule 1. Control yourself first. Stoic philosophy teaches, you cannot control the external world, but you can master your mind and reactions. This principle is the most important when dealing with a stubborn child. When a child doesn't listen, parents' initial emotions are often anger and frustration. But in these moments, you must master yourself. Think about this. If you get angry, yell, or punish in frustration, you're teaching your child that losing control is a normal reaction to difficulties. Conversely, when you remain calm, you model how to handle conflict with reason and composure. Mastering your emotions not only helps you manage the situation, but also sends a powerful message about self-control. When you control your emotions, you create space to better understand the real reasons behind your child's behavior. Rather than viewing stubbornness as a problem, see it as an expression of growing independence. Children don't always have the words to articulate their thoughts or feelings, and not listening might be their way of expressing fatigue, insecurity, or a desire for attention. How to apply this? Pause and breathe. When anger rises, take a few seconds to breathe deeply. This helps your brain regain calmness and prevents impulsive reactions. If needed, count to 10 or step away from the situation briefly to regain balance. This pause isn't a sign of weakness, but a way to re-establish a rational state to handle the issue more effectively. Shift your perspective. Remember, your child isn't intentionally trying to upset you. They are learning to manage themselves. This mindset shift reduces pressure and allows you to see their behavior more objectively. For instance, if your child refuses to eat, ask yourself, are they really not hungry, or are they asserting their opinion? This understanding will help you find a more suitable approach. Ask yourself, what do I want my child to learn from my reaction right now? This question helps you guide your actions. You're teaching your child through how you respond to the situation. A calm and rational response not only resolves the immediate issue, but also lays the foundation for important lessons on how to face challenges. Additionally, remember that children learn by observing. When you calmly handle a problem, your child will gradually learn to do the same. Marcus Aurelius once said, the quality of your life depends on the quality of your thoughts. By mastering your emotions and reactions, you not only resolve the current situation but also build a relationship based on respect and understanding. Treat every encounter with your child's stubbornness as an opportunity to train yourself. You not only become a more rational parent, but also help your child develop emotional and behavioral control. Mastering yourself isn't easy, but your patience and rationality create a solid foundation for your child to grow in a loving and stable environment. Finally, remember that controlling your emotions doesn't mean suppressing them. If you feel frustrated or tired, Find a healthy way to express your feelings. Tell your child, "I'm feeling very tired right now, so I need a moment to calm down." This approach not only relieves your stress, but also teaches your child how to identify and manage their own emotions. By creating an emotionally safe environment, your child will feel respected and more willing to cooperate. This is the key to building a positive and sustainable parent-child relationship. Let's build a community of kindness by subscribing to Stoicism for Success right now and sharing it with those you wish to see live with kindness and strength like us. Let's spread these positive values together. Rule 2. Set clear and consistent boundaries. In Stoic philosophy, discipline is considered the foundation of freedom. Epictetus once said, "No one is free who has not mastered themselves." This principle applies perfectly to parenting. Children don't naturally know how to behave or recognize their limits. It's up to parents to help them understand that true freedom comes from following clear and consistent principles. One reason children act stubbornly is that they perceive boundaries as unclear or see rules change depending on their parents' moods. For example, if one day you tell your child not to eat sweets, but on another day you allow it without explanation, they won't understand the rule and may feel confused. This inconsistency can make their behavior harder to manage. How to effectively set boundaries. Be clear and specific. Rules should be straightforward and easy to understand. Instead of saying, "You need to behave," say, "You need to say thank you when someone gives you a gift." Be consistent. A rule is only effective when it is applied consistently in all situations. If children see that a rule is only enforced occasionally, they will test the boundaries whenever they can. Be reasonable and fair. Children are sensitive to unfairness. Ensure that rules are age-appropriate and reasonable. For example, expecting a 3-year-old to sit still for an hour is unrealistic. Incorporate consequences. When children cross a boundary, the consequences should be clear and directly related to their actions. For example, if a child scatters toys across the room and refuses to clean up, the consequence could be not being allowed to play with those toys for a set period. Epictetus emphasized, "We are not disturbed by events, but by how we perceive them." Clear boundaries not only help children understand what is expected of them, but also reduce your stress when addressing their behavior. When rules are well defined, you won't need to repeat reminders or become frustrated when they're broken. The role of empathy in setting boundaries. While rules need to be clear, how you communicate them is equally important. Use empathy to help your child feel that rules are there to protect and guide them, not to control or punish. For instance, instead of saying, "You can't play on the computer anymore because I said so," you could say, "You need to stop playing on the computer because too much screen time can harm your eyes and health." Building trust through consistency. When you are consistent in enforcing boundaries, children begin to feel safer and more trusting. This might seem counterintuitive, but children thrive in environments with clear structures. A child without clear rules may feel insecure because they don't know what to expect. For example, if it's bedtime and your child wants to keep playing, being firm about the established bedtime routine might result in initial resistance. However, over time, they'll understand and accept it as part of their daily schedule. On the other hand, if you change your decision because they whine or protest, they'll learn that crying or complaining is a way to break boundaries. Long-term benefits. Setting boundaries doesn't just help you manage your child's behavior in the moment, it also prepares them for the real world, where rules and discipline are unavoidable. When children learn to respect boundaries, they also learn to set self-discipline, which helps them grow into responsible and self-reliant adults. Establishing clear and consistent boundaries is an essential part of parenting. It not only helps children understand your expectations, but also creates a safe and stable environment for them to thrive. By combining logic, empathy, and consistency, you're not only guiding your child, but also serving as a role model for them to follow. Rule 3. Listen and understand. Seneca once wrote, "We have 2 ears and 1 mouth so that we can listen more than we speak." This profound reminder highlights the importance of listening in all relationships, especially with children. When children act stubbornly or refuse to listen, a parent's first instinct is often to correct the behavior immediately by giving commands or scolding. However, what children truly need in those moments is not criticism, but the feeling of being understood. Why is listening important? When you listen to your child, you not only uncover the reasons behind their behavior, but also build a relationship rooted in trust and mutual respect. Children, no matter how young, have their own emotions, thoughts, and needs. When they feel heard, they are more likely to open up and cooperate. For example, if your child is being stubborn about doing homework, instead of imposing rules immediately, you can ask, "What's making this difficult for you?" Or, "Are you feeling tired and need a break?" These questions not only help you better understand the issue, but also show your child that their feelings and opinions are valued. How to listen effectively. Put yourself in their shoes. Remember that children lack the emotional control and ability to articulate their feelings like adults. Their strong reactions to situations may be their only way of expressing emotions. Ask yourself, if I were in their position, how would I feel? Maintain eye contact. When your child is speaking, look them in the eye to show that you're paying attention. This creates a sense of safety and encourages them to share more. Repeat and confirm. After your child speaks, repeat what you understand to confirm. You're frustrated because this homework is too hard? Is that right? This technique reassures your child that you're genuinely listening and care about their feelings. Don't interrupt or judge. Let your child finish speaking before offering advice or feedback. Sometimes they simply need to vent their emotions without immediately being told what to do. Listening and understanding doesn't mean giving in. It's important to remember that listening doesn't equate to giving in to every demand. You still need to uphold the boundaries you've set. For instance, if your child says they don't want to do homework because they'd rather play, you can empathize and respond. "I understand you want to play, but this homework because they'd rather play." You can empathize and respond. "I understand you want to play, but this homework is important. Once it's done, you can have 15 more minutes to play." The combination of empathy and firmness teaches your child to respect rules without feeling overly controlled. Long-term benefits of listening. When you consistently listen and understand your child, you're laying a solid foundation for your parent-child relationship. Your child will feel more confident expressing their thoughts and emotions, which will help them develop strong communication and problem-solving skills. Additionally, they will learn to listen to others, a crucial skill for success in life. Emotional connection. Through listening. Listening is not just a skill, it's a bridge for building emotional connections between parents and children. When children feel understood, they are more likely to share openly, even about difficult issues. For example, if a child encounters trouble at school and knows their parents will listen without judgment, they are more likely to seek help instead of hiding their struggles. Listening is a powerful yet often underrated tool in parenting. It not only helps you address immediate issues, but also fosters a strong and trusting relationship with your child. Remember, sometimes what matters most isn't what you say, but how you listen. Seneca was right, listen more, speak less. Through listening, you not only guide your child, but also learn valuable lessons from them. Let's come together to support our community. If you are a kind person, please hit the like button on this video and leave some energetic comments to spread positive vibes. Together, we can make a difference. Action 1. Stay calm. When faced with a child's stubbornness, the first and most important thing is to stay calm. Children are highly sensitive and tend to react even more strongly if they sense their parents losing control. This not only escalates the situation, but also diminishes your ability to handle the problem rationally and effectively. Remember, staying calm doesn't mean suppressing your emotions, it means controlling them. The Stoic philosopher Marcus Aurelius once said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength." Applying this principle, take a few seconds to steady yourself before responding. How to do it? Deep breathing. One of the quickest ways to calm your mind is deep breathing. Try inhaling slowly for 4 seconds, holding your breath for 4 seconds, and exhaling for 4 seconds. Repeat this a few times to instantly reduce tension. Pause before reacting. If you feel like you're about to lose your temper, step away from the situation. Drink a glass of water or sit down for a moment to regain composure. This not only helps you stay calm, but also prevents unnecessary actions or words. Remind yourself of long-term goals. Keep in mind that your ultimate goal isn't to win a small argument, but to build a positive relationship and guide your child to become independent and responsible. By staying calm, you create an emotionally safe environment where your child can learn to handle conflicts peacefully. This not only teaches valuable lessons to your child, but also helps you grow in self-control and maturity as a parent. Action 2. Set clear rules. One of the most effective ways to manage a child's behavior is to establish clear and understandable rules. When children know exactly what is expected of them and what will happen if they don't comply, they are more likely to act appropriately. Stoic philosophy emphasizes that clarity and consistency in actions minimize conflicts and create stability in relationships. Benefits of clear rules. When rules are communicated simply, children feel more secure because they understand their boundaries. This also helps them develop self-control and a sense of personal responsibility. For example, if a child knows that playtime ends at 7 p.m., they are less likely to argue because it becomes a part of their routine. How to do it. Use simple language. Children often don't understand complex explanations. Use short, specific sentences like, "You need to put away your toys before bedtime." Explain the reasons. Let your child know why a rule is important. For example, putting away your toys keeps your room clean and helps you not lose them. Be consistent as a family. Everyone in the household, including parents and relatives, must enforce the rules consistently. If one person allows something while another prohibits it, the child will feel confused and test boundaries. Include consequences. Rules should be paired with specific consequences for non-compliance. For example, if you don't put away your toys, you won't be able to play with them tomorrow. Don't forget praise. When children follow the rules, acknowledge and praise them immediately. This reinforces positive behavior and encourages them to keep improving. Praise doesn't need to be elaborate. A simple statement like, "I'm proud of you for putting away your toys on time," can make a big difference. Setting clear rules not only helps children understand and comply, but also reduces stress for parents in daily interactions. Remember, a home with structure and clear rules provides an ideal environment for children to thrive. Action 3. Explain logical consequences. Helping children understand that every action has a consequence is a crucial step in teaching them responsibility. In Stoic philosophy, Epictetus once said, "People are not disturbed by things, but by the views they take of them." Consequences are not punishments. They are practical lessons that help children grasp the connection between actions and outcomes. Why are logical consequences important? Logical consequences help children recognize that their actions impact not only themselves, but also those around them. This fosters the development of responsibility. However, if the consequences are unreasonable or unrelated to the behavior, children may feel treated unfairly and fail to learn the intended lesson. For instance, if a child breaks a toy, a logical consequence would be that they no longer have that toy to play with, rather than being banned from watching TV, a punishment that's unrelated. How to apply logical consequences. Connect consequences to actions. Ensure the consequence directly reflects the child's behavior. For example, if a child doesn't clean their room, the consequence could be not playing with toys until the room is tidy. Explain beforehand. Children need to know the consequences of their actions beforehand to have the opportunity to make better choices. For example, say, "If you don't do your homework, you won't be able to play games after school." Follow through consistently. Consequences are only effective if parents enforce them as stated. If you're inconsistent, children won't respect the rules. Avoid overreaction. Consequences should not be overly harsh or emotionally damaging. The goal is to help the child learn, not to make them feel hurt or afraid. Combine consequences with support. When applying consequences, guide your child to correct their mistakes. For instance, if they spill water, help them clean it up while saying, "Next time, if you're more careful, we won't have to spend time cleaning this up." Long-term benefits. Children raised with logical consequences develop the ability to self-regulate their behavior. They learn that actions come with responsibilities, shaping them into mature and accountable individuals. This approach nurtures independence, a core value of Stoic philosophy. Explaining and applying logical consequences not only helps children understand the relationship between actions and outcomes, but also strengthens the trust between parent and child. Remember, consequences are opportunities for children to learn, not punishments to fear. Action 4. Create opportunities for choice. One effective way to encourage independence and reduce resistance is to give children the opportunity to make choices. Epictetus once said, "Freedom is not the ability to do what we want, but the ability to understand why we want it." By offering choices within set boundaries, you not only help children feel respected, but also teach them how to make decisions and take responsibility for their actions. Why are choices important? When children have the opportunity to make their own choices, they feel a sense of control over their lives. This reduces feelings of being forced and promotes cooperation. For example, instead of saying, "You must wear a sweater now," you can ask, "Would you like to wear the blue sweater or the red one?" The child still wears a sweater, but they feel empowered to decide. How to effectively offer choices. Provide 2 or 3 appropriate options. Young children may feel overwhelmed by too many choices. Limit the options to 2 to 3, such as, "Would you like apple juice or orange juice?" Ensure all options are acceptable. Make sure that all the choices you present lead to a positive outcome. This allows you to maintain control while giving your child a sense of autonomy. Guide when necessary. If your child struggles to decide, explain the benefits of each option to help them choose. Respect their decision. Once your child has made a choice, respect it, even if it's not your preference. This helps them learn to take responsibility for their decisions. Combine choices with consistency. Remember, offering choices doesn't mean breaking the rules. You still need to uphold the boundaries you've set. For instance, if bedtime is 8 p.m., you could ask, "Would you like to hear a story before bed or read a book yourself?" But not allow them to stay up late. Long-term benefits. Children who are given opportunities to make choices develop problem-solving skills and gain confidence. They learn that with freedom comes responsibility, fostering independence and self-discipline. Creating opportunities for choice not only makes parenting more manageable, but also promotes your child's overall growth. Turn each choice into a small lesson on responsibility and independence. Raising a stubborn child is not an easy journey, but it is also an opportunity for you to grow in your role as a parent. Stoic philosophy reminds us, what you control is your own reaction, not the actions of others. Instead of viewing stubbornness as a challenge, see it as a chance to cultivate patience, rationality, and love. By staying calm, setting clear rules, explaining logical consequences, and creating opportunities for your child to make choices, you not only help them learn to regulate their behavior, but also build a parent-child relationship rooted in respect and understanding. These strategies are not only effective in managing immediate situations, but also contribute to shaping your child's character and values for the future. Remember, parenting is a long journey, and every small step contributes to your child's holistic development. Start today with consistency and love, and you will see positive changes not only in your child, but also in yourself. Thank you for watching this video. Let's support our wonderful community by hitting subscribe and turning on notifications right now. Show everyone that you're living kindly by liking the video and sharing your experiences in the comments. Take action now to spread positive energy.